Hi, said Zoe.
Hi, said Veronica.
How are you? Zoe asked.
I'm good, said Veronica. What are you doing here?
I just moved back in town. I'm getting groceries for my fridge, Zoe said.
I'm so glad you moved back in town, just in time for the potluck the town throws every year for Independence Day. Will you come? Asked Veronica.
I would love to come to the potluck. I'll make pie, Zoe exclaimed.
Think about the conversation you just heard. Did it sound natural to you? Probably not. Let's think about why that may be. For starters, the characters don't feel like they're living in the world they're a part of. They don't seem surprised to see one another, nor do they feel familiar with each other despite an implied history. The reactions are stiff and uncanny. The characters also over explain things they should already know for the sake of the reader, which impacts the immersion of the piece. Additionally, the opening lines of dialogue are awkward and don't add much to the scene, while the dialogue tags are repetitive and unnecessary. With all that taken into account, let's consider this conversation.
Oh my god, Zoe, is that you?
Oh, Veronica.
It's been forever. What are you doing in Brentwood?
I just moved back. She gestured to her full cart. I'm stocking the fridge.
We have to catch up. Are you going to the 4th of July potluck tonight?
Are you kidding? Of course I'll be there. I know how much you guys must have missed my famous apple pie. Here's what we did in our revised dialogue. We focused on familiarity, so we could replicate a realistic interaction between people with a past. We introduced their names early on so readers could recognize the speaker without needing unnecessary dialogue tags, and this helped to imply familiarity with their unexpected interaction. We provided just enough information for readers to make an inference without giving them the whole story, and we took out repeating phrases that sounded clunky and unnatural to smoothen the flow of the dialogue.
Tip 1. Read your dialogue out loud. Reading any of your writing out loud is a good habit to develop, but it's especially important for dialogue. We're more accustomed to listening to people speak rather than reading it on page, so hearing it can help you intuitively pick out what sounds unnatural or any other mistakes you may have missed in the writing process. It can also help you develop characters' individual voices by imagining the way they would deliver the lines as you read the dialogue yourself.
Tip number 2, listen to other people. Real life conversations revolve around reacting to what others say. Conversations aren't cut and dry, and responses don't always correspond with what the other person says. Sometimes the response is what your character is thinking.
Tip 3. Consider your character's thoughts and emotions. Delving into the mind of your character allows you to consider what would be realistic for your character to say in their circumstances. Their motives, opinions, thoughts, and emotions may impact their word choice, speech pace, or even the tone they carry. It's important to ask yourself, what does your character want? How might that influence their communication? How does the character's mood affect the pace of the speech? Does it quicken in a moment of tension or slow down in a moment of seriousness? What words would your character choose? What connotations? All of these are crucial to getting into the mind of your character so that you can present the most believable dialogue.
Tip number 4, your dialogue should serve the scene. Much like plot, dialogue aims to aid the events happening in your story. It can take you from one scene to another, or help with explanations. Most conversations have intentions. So where is this conversation taking you?
Tip 5. Dialogue tags matter. When using dialogue tags, you want to avoid repeating yourself. Feel free to experiment with different verbs other than said in order to make the scene feel more emotive. Play around with the placement of tags. You can put them before dialogue, after, or even in between. The variation keeps the writing dynamic. Lastly, think about whether the tags are needed or not. If there's two people talking back and forth, the reader can already imply who will be responding, so there's no need to add them repeatedly in such cases.
Tip number 6, interaction is just as important as reaction. It is natural and expected that we interact with things around us while we speak. People often multitask, and an example of this could be the woman sifted through her purse while looking around the room. Allie, we needed to leave 5 minutes ago.